So welcome, let's begin with the summary from Down to Earth. Now the first important topic that we would be talking about is Kaburi Makka seeds. Now this is a variety of maize which is traditional. The hybrid varieties you can see higher yield, but this is one of the varieties in the Kolhapur district in Maharashtra, off-white in color and has lower output, but the local families actually hang some of the ears of the corn and preserve it throughout the year so that they could become or turn into seeds the next year. Now this variety has been reduced significantly because there had been green revolution, and as a result the hybrid which could provide better yield was the one which was practiced. Moreover, this has its own taste and nutritional value. The next is the various organizations have been working for ecological farming, and Nirmad is one such organization which has been working, and this promotes the traditional maize variety in the dedicated area along with other traditional varieties which have to be preserved. So preserving traditional seeds has been one of the passions of this family in the regions of Kolhapur. The next is, in India we have seen the rising temperatures. Nearly 500 of the 750 districts, approximately 750 districts, have witnessed 40 degrees Celsius or more on at least one of the days in the months of April and May. And this has been a record in itself. Hingoli, Wasim and Akola in Maharashtra have the highest number of days, which is 48 days out of 60 days in this period where the temperature was more than 40 degrees Celsius. Now with this, we understand that heat stress has become an important concern. Now these heat stress not only affects human beings but affects animal and reduces the milk production. As a result, milk insurance has to be brought, or cow insurance, animal insurance has to be brought. So far, there are only 3 such insurance which work on, but if this condition pursues for a longer period, we would need to understand that there would be more insurance that would be needed, and even the companies which are providing the insurance are unable to pay in certain circumstances due to the fact that there have been exceptionally higher number of demand for insurance back as compared to what was thought of, and that is because of the undue and the unexpected heat strokes which have happened. Even the forensic reports of many, the diagnosis was something else, and later it was believed that it is because of the heat stroke. So the experience of the exceeding temperature, as you can see in the map here, is extremely high for the regions of Vidarbha, for the regions of Western Rajasthan and Rayalaseema areas. The next is the Green Deal. Now Green Deal are the provisions of environmental policies brought by European Union, and it has been opposed by various parties within the congressional setup, but the idea is to establish a target for 2040 and a net zero target of 2050. There have been various climatic issues which have been raised globally. For example, in Mexico, the climate scientist became the first female president of Mexico. Sheinbaum talked about the environmental policies and the inefficient commitments of Mexico which have been brought so far. Similarly, the African National Congress had lost its majority, but Ramaphosa has again promised on the issues related to clean energy. Influenza, the avian influenza strain H9N2 virus has been seen, and reported cases of respiratory illness because of it had been confirmed. In Australia, the first case was confirmed from a person originated from India. The next is the lack of trust. Now, the lack of trust in the political parties has been globally seen. Globally, we have seen that this is a year that where most of the nations would be undergoing elections, and this happens in a very rare circumstances where there have been changing political parties and political domains across the globe, and the winning parties are winning because of the popular mandate of the people. Now, the next is a group which is known as Earth for All, is a group of economic thinkers, environmentalists, and they actually belong to the G20 member nations. The survey which have been conducted by it gathers opinion from more than 22,000 people across the globe, representing 85% of the Earth's GDP, we could say, and the decisions have been brought in line to the respondents' answers which have been received through this survey, and it talks about the insight of the people's trust in the existing political system, their confidence and the shedding confidence. Both of them have been very clearly explained. So the mistrust in the government, particularly in Europe, has been identified as one of the major findings of Earth for All report. Significantly, we have seen that there has been a shift towards radical right in European elections. This has again affected the populist leaders across the globe. The next is reptiles. Now, reptiles have a very unique way of comprehending and remembering. For example, if I say you from the light post go 10 steps to the left and you will find the destination. Similarly, reptiles remember the left and right path, and that is because of the egocentric cues, and they also remember the goal and the reference point, and that is because of the allocentric cues. So what is egocentric and allocentric cues? Cues means hint. So that becomes very important question for you. Similarly, they have vermonasal organs to understand the habits of prey and mates. Drito is one of such male garden lizard which has been studied in the Gandhi Krishi Kendra at Bangalore, and it has been placed in a fenced 2x2 area, and this plot has been shown with varying pest infestations, and the lizard has been kept here to identify the patches based on the pest location, and indeed the lizard got the ability to identify and remember it. So cognitive and spatial learning is not just confined to human beings, although less sophisticated. It is present with the lower creatures and reptiles as well, as stated by Darwin long back. So higher cognitive abilities like memory is required for ecological relevant behaviors, and this include establishing a territory, foraging or mating. However, there are instances where we have seen it. For example, tree could be a landmark to remember a location, and this experiment on Drito has brought into fact that the natural biodiversity, if we bring that to manage the pest, it is less expensive and a more effective alternative than bringing in pesticides and other ways of of the pest control. So biological pest control is indeed a better way, because these species have the capability of analyzing the odor, the taste and the color, and based on that the infested crops, the non-infested crops, the types of pests which have been infested can be well identified. Now there have been various forums like WTO which have been talking about binding agreements. Over the years, this has played a very important role during the COVID period as well. The devastations of the COVID have been seen globally across all the member nations of WHO, and the world meeting at Geneva is more polarized with the ongoing conflicts in Gaza. Now, in the Palestine war, people have been giving a stance about the difficulties that have been faced by the people in terms of the healthcare, in terms of the civilian facilities that are present. India, however, has not supported the resolution, but there are other nations, nearly 32 nations, who have proposed the resolution to identify this terrible situation in Gaza and the damages which have been brought in. So Health Policy Watch report is another important report that talks about humanitarian aids to be brought in the region of not only Gaza but also in Ukraine, and there have been bombardings of hospitals, casualty of the healthcare workers, which has affected the lives of thousands of civilians in the region. The next is the concept of pathogen access and benefit sharing. This critical issue has been proposed in the pandemic treaty. The idea was, the issue is basically an idea to understand the genetic sequence and the sample of new pathogens from the developing rapid diagnostic tests, treatments and vaccines. Now, rich nations don't share the data because If they share, then it would be a requirement to bring in vaccinations for the poor countries. And then there is a coordinated laboratory network which follows the PABS data, and the legal mechanism such as the standard material transfer agreement is one of those, right? Now, as we already mentioned, insurance against heat. This is mainly for the animals, the livestock. So there are three such insurance agencies. I'll just go down, and here it is. So DHAT, which is an agricultural company, it is started back in 2023 only. Then you have Kerala Cooperative Milk Federation and Kutch Milk Union. Only three of these are the agencies which have been providing agricultural insurance or the insurance for the animals to the farmers. And with the heat stress, we have seen that this requirement has gone up. But there have to be alternate arrangements besides this insurance that could be done. For example, an optimal thermal comfort zone can be established to reduce the temperature. Dairy cows, which are more vulnerable, could be given better living conditions to reduce the metabolic and stress related disorders. Those experiencing thermal stress at 20 degrees and above should be kept in specific areas. The milk reduction could be seen in the arid and semi-arid by 25% by 2085. And to respond to this crisis, private and government agencies have started introducing insurance schemes. But we have seen in the example of Kenya, the insurance scheme could not actually work, and the insurance company had to pay a lot of amount because of the heat stress and heat stroke to the animals. However, European Union has also started with one such program to handle the issue, and it has proved out to be relatively better. So whatever method comes in has to be brought in a proper way, and whenever there is an intensification in the decline of the production, that has to be compared with the usual one. So usually it is 15%, and in the summer month it goes up to 45%, which is a big burden even on the insurance company. So a proper mechanism has to be brought. Now DHAT, which is an agri-tech company, gives insurance only to the farmers who purchase the fodder. Obviously it's a private company, but again this scheme has to be broadened not just with temperature but humidity along with temperature, which adversely affects the animal and the milk production, right? So beyond insurance, what techniques could be used? Hydroponics could be one of the techniques. Insulation, better roofing facilities, reducing the temperature by using polyurethane foam panels could be some of the techniques that can be brought into account. Now, space technology. Space technology, there are private companies coming in, and they are bringing in guidelines for space exploration researches. However, Swarm Technologies was a startup of US. It deployed 4 small satellites. The license was refused, but it actually sent the satellites despite the denial. The license was reduced because the satellites were too small to be tracked in the space. Later on, Israel company Space IL and Israel Aerospace actually launched Bereshit, which is a lunar mission and the first private attempt to land onto the moon. So there have been a series of ways through which extraterrestrial life has to be identified. So another idea is the Article 9 of the Outer Space Treaty, which is a binding agreement since 1967, and nearly 116 nations have ratified it. The planetary protection measures are important because if any microbial population has to be brought onto the earth or comes onto the earth, that has to be into a very contained environment to identify whether it is not rapidly expanding onto the planet and it is not causing enough problems onto the planet. So this planetary protection policy was developed by the members of 26 nations and the scientists from these nations and 12 different space agencies. There have been certain set of guidelines which have been operating under the COSPAR, that is the Committee on Space Research, established by the Paris-based International Council for Scientific Unions. It categorizes the space missions based on the different levels, and then as you can see in the table, there are the categories. So orbiters, they are undifferentiated and there is no guidelines for exploring. The flybys, orbiters and landers do have guidelines on organic products being released into the target bodies by the spacecrafts. And then the remaining 3 have the guidelines for the organic inventories and the test spacecrafts in the clean rooms. And when there are these samples, there have to be proper sterilization techniques that have to be followed, and if the samples are to be brought onto Earth, they have to be into a contained condition, right? So there are various companies which differ onto the motive. Elon Musk SpaceX is one such company which has been working on colonizing Mars, where we believe there is no life on Mars. They are working on reusable launch vehicles for transporting humans to Mars and beyond. Then you have UK based Open University, which has gathered representatives from various space agencies including NASA and ISRO. There have been various other outer bodies that are to be studied. For example, the moons of Jupiter, Ganymedes and Europa, the Saturn's moon Enceladus and Titan, which are again potential areas where life could be identified. The next one is the still winds. With the climate change taking place, it is believed that the winds are now moving relatively slow. The weakening of the winds have taken place. The heat waves or the increasing temperature in India and the South Asia is again being related to the weakening of the winds in the Helde cell area. Now we already know what is wind. Wind is simply the movement of air, and this motion is driven by various instances. So we do understand the concept of Coriolis effect, where there is a deflection in the north and the south hemisphere. We understand how with the warm air and the changing altitudes there has been a change in the patterns. Also we would understand that there are the 3 cells, the Hadley cell, the Ferrel cell and the polar cell. Now each of these cells, the wind speed has been reducing, and this has been affecting the system. Jet streams are getting more undulated, and therefore we are seeing higher number of risks associated with aeroplanes recently because of the changes and the undulations in the jet streams, which are not identifiable, which we have covered in another separate lecture. So again, a very important topic that has been identified and has been covered. So each of the 3 cells, Hadley cell, Ferrel cell and the polar cell, have been affected by the climate change, and the wind patterns have gone down. In the jet streams, we have seen higher number of uncertainties, accelerations, sudden undulations which have been seen, and these have been obstructing the natural weather patterns and phenomena which we have seen on Earth, right? So these wind systems, over the past 70 years, there have been numerous disturbances in the regions of Hindu Kush and the subcontinental India. These were related to western disturbances, but we have seen that with the severe heat waves, that these western disturbances and the highest maximum temperature which has gone have been changing, and this needs to be addressed at an immediate effect. So there is a science institute at Israel along with MIT has talked about the changes or the weakening of the trade winds within the Hadley cell and the impact of the sea surface atmospheric pressure on the tropical oceans by the professors from MIT, which focuses on assessing the trade wind strength, and this has been deteriorated significantly. Okay, also we don't have sufficient data. There has been a critical role of wind in future climate projections. Scientists from North Carolina and Duke University have brought numerous researchers onto it. The complex warming patterns need to be analyzed. There have been professors from marine and atmospheric studies talking about how ocean and atmospheric system respond to greenhouse gases and aerosol emissions. So the models have been run where winds are in response to the external factors and when they are unchanged from the pre-industrial levels, and then those studies are compared. NASA has also launched CycGENS, which is the Cyclone Global Navigation Satellite System, which monitors the wind within the tropical cyclone. So within a cyclone, if you can monitor the wind, you can understand the surface air pressure and estimate the intensity of the wind in those areas. The next is the local water problem in the regions of Delhi, the Delhi's water crisis. Now it mainly is in the regions of southeast districts, which is one of the most populated areas of Delhi, and the tankers are moving into the lanes which are meant only for bicycles. In the regions of Sangam Vihar, the water treatment plant that goes from the Sonia Vihar to the water treatment has been because of the unplanned and the uninformed settlements in the region, they have been the worst hit. Now, not only this, the sanitation has not been connected to the main lines, and as a result there is a concern that the sanitation waste could merge with the water line that is coming in. These have affected the region. So water supply has been one of the major issues which we have discussed here. So informal sanitation systems already discussed, again a major issue here. Now what could be the problem solutions? Simply increasing the water supply and the reservoirs outside the Delhi would not resolve the issue. The main idea is to bring in better infrastructure, to redesign the water distribution system and have a decentralized sewage treatment plant in the areas of Sangam Vihar and around. So 3 important solutions which have been proposed include decentralization of the water supply, combining of all the sanitation line and removing any informal sanitation system that exists, and any storm water or flood water that comes in, managing that properly is another important aspect. There is a community which is known as Guna community in the regions of Panama, and due to the rising sea levels, this community is at risk, and it is believed that there could be warnings of submergence of this island of Panama if there are no proper steps which are taken to relocate the people and check the regions. New Zealand so far used to impose a enteric tax on the fermentation in livestock to the farmers. This has been recently opposed and reduced. This tax was levied to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions and was opposed by the farmers and the dairy cultivators, stating that that's the intrinsic enteric fermentation is the part of the activity of the livestock. Okay, similarly there have been issues on elimination of forever chemicals. These forever chemicals are basically the PFAS, the per and the polyfluoroalkyl substances which have been found from the tap water distributed at the homes. There have been agitations and financial burdens besides this which have been going on. The next is in the Brazil, the Pantanal, which is a wetland, has been affected by extensive wildfires and drought conditions. This was one of the major tropical wetlands of the region, and there has been alarmingly high number of fires and cutting down of forest activities which have been seen in these areas. So those were some of the important developments, and then the last one which is really important is the Global Gender Gap Report 2024, where India is placed on 129 of the 145 nations, which is far behind. India is lower than the neighboring nations of Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Bhutan. Okay, so those were some of the important things which we have discussed from Down to Earth in this edition. Stay tuned for regular updates from our side. Thanks for joining in, and the detailed updates would be available in the handouts at Exam Breeze Current Affairs section. Thank you.